Hey guys, today I shared these photos on social media and I had a huge response. So I wanted to show you how I actually make these soaps. Obviously, they are Christmas soaps, and I ordered these bas-relief mats, impression mats, from a lovely soul overseas, and she has a private Facebook group which you can order these mats from. There is quite a lengthy time of between ordering and actually receiving, but this is her secondary job. She makes these gorgeous mats and molds. It's just incredible. It brings something back from childhood, or maybe even not even your childhood, but a time of just simplicity and beauty. And that is all of the things that this soap encompasses. I don't know how that can work, but it does. So, how this works is you basically do a 2-pour soap, and there are highly contrasting colors in order to make that bas-relief image really stand out. It's almost like a Victorian image. It reminds me of the catalog Victorian Trading Company. I actually got my wedding dress from that company, but they have such beautiful, beautiful images for their postcards and their home decor and clothing, all kinds of things. It's just a beautiful, nostalgic kind of feel. And so I'm applying that white batter. It has to be of a consistency that's slightly heavier trace, a thicker trace. You can't really do it at a light trace. It just doesn't work. You want it to get into all those little crevices in order for those details to show up really well. So I tried several different methods. There are individual cavity molds that these mats will fit into, but I didn't want to purchase another mold if I could make something work. So initially I tried lining a cardboard box with freezer paper. I'm like, I am gonna make this work. But I wanted to have something that would be more consistent if I was going to make these, for custom orders and that kind of thing. So I tried using my standard size mold with a purple liner, and it worked perfectly. So there is a little excess on one of the sides. When I actually cut the soaps, you'll see it in a minute, but it's really perfect for lengthwise these little imprint mats. So I am actually running a pre-order customization for these particular soaps on my Etsy shop, bluehavensoapery.etsy.com. And what you can do is you choose the scent and the color. I have 3 different scents to choose from: peppermint, balsam fir, and cranberry apple marmalade. And then you can also choose from blue, green, or red. And those are kind of muted colors, as you saw in the first images of this video, and then as you'll see at the end. They are muted colors. It's not a bright, vivid neon like I love to do so much, but these really touch a different part of my heart, and it's just such a joy to make these soaps. So you can go onto my Etsy shop and pre-order those, and you get the entire 6-pack of these. They are large bars of soap. They're close to 7 ounces, which is pretty much double the size of a standard commercially made bar of soap. So they are large. They'll be excellent for Christmas gifts. And you get to choose, like I said, the color and the scent, and then I will make them up to your specifications and I will ship them out on December 1st. I am making some extras for my shop for when I launch my Christmas collection, but the pre-order really ensures that you actually get what you want and that you get the entire set, because I have a feeling these are going to go super fast. I also have several live markets that I'm going to be a part of, and I am taking all of the soap that I have with me to those markets, so there's just no guarantee. This pre-order really guarantees that you get exactly what you want and that you will get it in time for Christmas. So now I have let that white set up. If I were to pour this black right on top of the white right after pouring it, it would all smear. And it would still be a pretty design. I actually did have that the first time I made these. It all smeared because I didn't wait. I was impatient. But waiting for the white to set up, it really creates such a stunning, detailed, crisp look. And so that's what I did. And I tamped those down a little bit to release some of the air bubbles. Now it's time to cut and see the finished product. So I just gently release the suction from those silicone molds and gently remove those mats. It's so beautiful, even just like this. I just can't believe it. This has been a dream of mine to make soap like this for well over a year. I saw something on Pinterest, and it may have even been this maker who creates these mats and these molds, and I just didn't know it at the time. But I saw something on Pinterest, and I was like, I want to make those soaps, but I couldn't find a mold or a mat to actually achieve that. And so finding these, it has been such a huge, huge, huge joy for me. And yes, as you can tell, one of the sides of the soap has a little bit of excess. I'm going to cut that off. So I just cut it lengthwise, and then I'll just chop that little bit on the side off, and I will bevel it as well. All right, so there I am just chipping away with my fingers on the edges and then that little bit. And you know what? Honestly, with soap, anything can be reused. As far as like I can shave that little bit down and use it for confetti soap. I can rebatch it. There's really no waste. So yeah, there's multiple ways to reuse those little excess. It's not being wasteful. I know that's a question I get a lot. What do you do with your shavings? What do you do with the stuff you bevel off? And yes, I do save it. I do use it. Which is really cool as a maker to know that, you're not wasting. There are so many different ways to use those little excess bits. Here's my business stamp. I try to stamp that onto all of the soaps that I make. It's just my maker's signature. The imprint mat obviously was not mine. I have no say in that. I just ordered those. Somebody else made those, like I said. This soap I did make, and I am just so pleased. Just so pleased. There it is. So there are 6 different designs. There's the snowy cottage. There's a church with angels. There's a Bethlehem scene. I lost count. 3 wise men. There's a manger scene. There's a little girl ice skating. And I think that's 6. So on my Etsy shop, you can choose, like I said, the scent and the color. You cannot choose the actual design. You're just going to get one of each of these designs in that color that you choose and in that scent that you choose. Beveling is one of my favorite things to do, one of my favorite parts of the process of soap making. There's just something, I don't know, just so relaxing and feeling the soft soap being shaved off. It's like, oh, there are no words for how satisfying it is. And I know it's satisfying to watch, but actually doing it, I could do it all day. I could do it all day. I could do without the dishes. I could do without the mess. But there are definitely things that I could do all day. So when I get a large order or I'm working on a big project, I'm like, yes, I have tons of beveling to do. I'm so excited. All right, just coming to the last couple soaps to bevel. Thank you guys for coming along for this video. This has been such a beautiful journey, a really long one, and I'm so grateful to finally have this gorgeous design from my own shop. Go check them out at bluehavensoapery.etsy.com.